विश्व पर्यावरण दिवस 2022 के उपलक्ष्य में सप्ताह भर चलने वाले समारोह का समापन आज शिलोंग के यू सोसोथाम सभागार में आयोजित एक भव्य समारोह के साथ हुआ। मुख्यमंत्री कॉनराड के संगमा मेघालय पर्यावरण सप्ताह के समापन दिवस पर मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में उपस्थित थे। साथ ही मेघालय सरकार के वरिष्ठ अधिकारी, राज्य भर के छात्र और ग्राम समितियां ने भी कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित रहे। अपने संबोधन के दौरान मुख्यमंत्री ने कहा कि सप्ताह भर चलने वाले कार्यक्रम का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण उद्देश्य न केवल विभिन्न पर्यावरणीय मुद्दों पर जागरूकता पैदा करना और राज्य में प्राकृतिक संसाधनों के बेहतर प्रबंधन के लिए शुरू किए जा रहे कदमों को उजागर करना है, पर्यावरण का संरक्षण और सुरक्षा करना भी है। मुझे लगता है कि जो महत्वपूर्ण है वह यह है कि जब हम देखते हैं कि सरकार और संगठन और अधिकारी क्या कर रहे हैं, हमें यह भी देखना चाहिए कि हम एक नागरिक के रूप में क्या कर सकते हैं। और मुझे लगता है कि इस एक सप्ताह के कार्यक्रम का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बिंदु यही है, उन्होंने कहा।
On different externally aided projects, I'm happy to inform you that while I'm standing here and speaking, we have close to 4,700 crores worth of externally aided projects that are being spent on natural resource management. You don't realize it, but that's the kind of money that this government has mobilized and is spending on natural resource management. We started connecting different departments to each other. Soil conservation needs to talk to forest department, which needs to talk to water resources, which needs to talk to PHE, and all of them need to be connected with some agency and some sort of funding. So we started making the different departments talk to each other. We realized that just department handling it is not enough. We need the community to be part of it. And that's why you saw this wonderful program where we're having the natural resource management committees at the village level at the 6,500 plus villages that we have, so that the entire effort of the government, the plan that we have, can then trickle down to the grassroots level, be connected with the different programs that are being implemented, so that ultimately we are able to achieve the big picture. And while we moved forward, we realized that we need to have innovation and technology into the system. And that's why today, whether it's the process of delivering through drones and sprinkling seeds through drones, or in fact a very innovative program called the Payment for Ecosystem Services is another example of innovation. Innovation is not just technology. Innovation is even in terms of our service, in terms of our process. So therefore, the process innovation of PES is something that is really something that's amazing. And as our principal secretary was mentioning, we wait for the forest to be degraded, we wait for the forest to be cut, and obviously in the process we are losing many years, and obviously we are affecting the environment. And after all that is done, then we step in and we come into the picture, and then we say, oh, let's now start to redo the whole thing and start to invest in afforestation and start to do these different programs which cost hundreds of crores. So the idea is very simple. Just stop the destruction. And the amount that you're going to pay for the afforestation, which is going to be after the destruction has taken place, just take that money and give it in advance to the people who are going to destroy or who were going to affect the forest. 18. When we had just taken over the government, we made a very important, shift in the thought process of how we should work as a government and how we should move forward. And though the schemes and different programs that were being implemented were the same, it is this simple thought process that actually changed the way we looked at things. And the simple thought process that we had changed was to look at an issue or an objective as a mission, rather than looking at a program of a department as a scheme. Now, this might sound very simple to you, but it is very, very deep in its meaning. And the reason I say that is because for many years, most of the state governments and the different governments throughout the country have really been working and focusing on a scheme-based approach. And by that I mean that targets are given to officials, targets are given to departments to complete a certain scheme, submit the utilization certificate, and that is how the entire assessment or performance of a department or official was assessed. And what we started doing was, we started saying that that is not going to work. And it has not worked, or rather it has not given the desired results in the many past years. And therefore we started looking at things from a mission mode. What is the objective of implementing this scheme? And not just implementing this scheme. What is the end benefit and the result that we want? Who are the people who should benefit? And what is it that we're trying to achieve? When you ask these simple questions to yourself and as a department, you suddenly realize that maybe the things that you were doing and the actions that you were trying to work on were not giving you the desired goals and results that you were looking at. And I use this very simple example every time I explain this point, is if you ask irrigation department about how they implement their projects, they will tell you that we assess it on the basis of the number.